Mahabharata, the greatest epic of India, tells the story of a battle between Kauravas and Pandavas for the throne of Hastinapur. The battle is also considered to be a means to preserve Dharma in the world according to Lord Krishna. Because of this, our story will not depart too much from the original. The only change is that Karna will born after Kunti's marriage with Pandu. Once Rishi Durvasa visited Kunti Baj, he was pleased by the service and devotion of Kunti and granted her a boon in the form of a mantra. In this story, Kunti doesn't give in to her curiosity and uses the mantra before marriage. After some years, Kunti Baj decided for Kunti's marriage and organized a Swayamvar, and Pandu marries Kunti. After being cursed by the sage Kandama for killing him and his wife when they were in the form of a deer, the curse was that Pandu will die if and when he tries to be intimate with his wives. After the curse, as a penance for his mistake, Pandu and his two wives Kunti and Madri decided to leave the kingdom and went into exile. Depressed about dying childless, Pandu expressed his pain to Kunti. Kunti tells Pandu about the mantra. Pandu was pleased to hear this. The first mantra, Kunti invokes Sayadev, the sun god like in the original, and Sarya blesses Kunti with Karna, a boy equipped with a divine and indestructible armor, Surya Kavachan Kundal. With the second mantra, she prays to Yama, the god of Dharma, and gets Yudhishthira. With third, she prays to Vayu god, the god wind, and gets Bhima. Now she uses her next two mantras for Madri and invokes Indra, the god of sky, to give Madri Arjuna, and Ashwini Kumars, the gods of knowledge and medicines, to give her Nakul and Sahadev. After some times, Pandu dies due to the curse when he tries to get intimate with Madri, and Madri commits Satya as she was the reason for Pandu's death. The story continues from here as the original, and Kunti and her 6 sons were called back to Hastinapur by Bhishma. Upon seeing the sons of Pandu, Bhishma was rejoiced and amazed, especially by Karna, who was born with a Divya Kavachan Kundal and looked as divine as the sun itself. Duryodhana and his brothers and Sakuni were also amazed by Karna and considered him to be the biggest threat on their path to the throne of Hastinapur. So Sakuni plans to eliminate Karna as soon as possible. As no weapons of any kind, even celestial, can kill Karna because of his Kavach, they decided to poison him instead. They gave Karna poisoned food, but at the same time Bhima comes there and asks for the food due to his love for food, and Karna gives the food to Bhima knowing it was poisoned. Disappointed in not being able to kill Karna, Sakuni was still happy to get Bhima out of the way, and they dumps his body into the river Ganga. But he was saved by Vasuki and bestowed him the strength of 10,000 elephant. This time Bhishma meets with Guru Drona and asks him to teach the Kuru princes, and tells him about Karna and his wish to crown Karna as the successor to the throne of Hastinapur, as he considers him to be the best choice for the throne. He tells Drona that Karna is both kind and strong, he is both passionate and just, and his heart to give charity to anyone who approaches him already makes him a man of great character. He is smart like Sahadev, handsome as Nakul, fierce like Arjun, strong like Bhima, and his knowledge on Dharma is comparable to Yudhishthira. As the next king, Bhishma can finally relax and join his mother Ganga in peace. Hearing all this, Drona was eager to meet this boy even the great Bhishma was so impressed with, and accepts to teach the Kuru princes. At the time of teaching, Guru Drona wanted to find out the best weapon suitable for each Kuru princes, and like the original, the bird eye test begins. But here Karna also passes the test along with Arjuna. This pleases Drona that 2 of his disciples is capable of becoming the greatest archer in the world, and started to impart his knowledge on archery to both of them. Drona was also really impressed on how fast Karna learns his techniques and improves upon it. At some point, in an incident where Guru Drona was attacked by an alligator, Arjuna rushes to save Drona while others were watching in fear, including Ashwathama, Drona's son. At this time Karna was in the forest collecting firewoods. This pleases Drona, and Arjuna became his favorite of all his disciples and started teaching him all his secrets. He in his mind wanted Arjuna to become the greatest archer surpassing Karna. Teaches all his secrets to Karna too. He will surely become the greatest archer in the world, even surpassing the great Bhishma. And might become too powerful, and he is already the most powerful of all of the Kuru princes. So in a way teaching all his secret arts to Arjuna was his way to balance out the power dynamics between the two. Duryodhana sees this as an opportunity to make friction between the brothers and tries to manipulate Karna against Arjuna. At this time the Ekalavya incident happens and Drona asks Ekalavya to give his right thumb as Guru Dakshina, which Ekalavya happily gives. This incident really angers Karna and questions his guru's ways. Drona tells him that his father works for Jarasandha and in his future he will also work for him, and Jarasandha is the enemy of Hastinapur. This explanation doesn't satisfy Karna. Seeing his brother depressed, Arjuna asks Karna if he is unhappy about Drona favoring him and if he is angry with him. But Karna tells Arjuna that he will never be angry on his sweet little brother, and he will be only happy to see his brothers surpassing him. And he is always ready to give his shoulder to his brothers as a stepping stone for his brothers to reach the top. Hearing this, Arjuna was overjoyed and asks Karna he doesn't want him to be a stepping stone, instead he wants his brother to be his rival. This puts a smile on Karna's face and he gently strokes his brother's hair and promises him to become someone he can surpass once and be the greatest archer in the world. Drona hears this and realizes his mistake. Drona approaches Karna after this and tells him that Avantov Bhishma was praising Karna. Drona was a bit skeptical about him, because of his strength and powers. He was unsure what will happen if he gives more power to an already powerful person, and if the power gets over his head and becomes someone dangerous to the world. He wanted someone to stand against him. That's why he taught Arjuna all his secret arts and weapons, even the Brahmastra, Brahmashtra and Brahmanda. But hearing Karna's words to Arjuna, Drona realized that he judged him too early. But he can't undo the things he done, and he vowed himself to make Arjuna the best, so he can't teach Karna more than he already taught him. So as a repentance he tells Karna to go to Parshuram his teacher to learn from him, but he is unsure that he will teach him as he only teaches Brahmins. But Karna didn't want to leave his brothers alone, especially around Kauravas. But he also wants to uphold his promise to Arjuna, so he meets his brothers and bids farewell and tells Arjuna that in his absence he is responsible for the safety of our brothers and mother, so you have to become strong and give all you got to learn everything he could, and leaves for Parshuram's ashram.